our material for tonight, right? So the big idea that we're looking at, okay, is from the words of Jim Rohn, where he said that success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. Success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. So this is what we're looking at. If I become successful, that is my person, if I become like them, I will achieve what they achieve. Or let me say it in another way. If I become like them, I will produce what they produce. So we started looking at the 7 essential qualities of successful people. How did I come about this? I've been studying success for quite a while. I've been studying successful people for quite a while. I have been privileged in my time to be mentored by very successful people, and I observe them. I still study them and I still observe them. All right. And I said to myself, what are the top 7 qualities that I have observed in these people? Okay, those 7 qualities are the ones that made it to this list, okay, of the 7 essential qualities of successful people. Okay, the first one, I said successful people have personal creeds. Okay, I said countries have constitutions, companies have policies, successful people have creeds. They have this body of principles that they live by. They don't wait for opportunities or adversity to determine their response. They determine ahead of time. This is how I live. This is what I do. This is what I don't do. Number 2, successful people are masters of intangibles. They know that the physical or the tangible is a product of the invisible or the intangible. So successful people are masters of thoughts and feelings. Their own thoughts and the thoughts of other people, their own feelings and the feelings of other people. Successful people are emotionally intelligent. They are situationally aware, okay? They can read a room, they can read trends. They understand that the things that create our reality are invisible, they are intangible, okay? Successful people are masters of intangible. Number 3, I told you that successful people are selfless, okay? Successful people are selfless. They see beyond their own needs to the needs of other people, and they place the needs of others ahead of their own. Not because they deny themselves, but they know I can get whatever I want by helping enough other people get whatever they want. So they know the secret to getting everything I want is to help other people get what they want. That's what I mean by successful people are selfless. Number 4, successful people are enterprising. They are courageous, they are risk-taking in nature, all right? They are always willing to pay the price, to do whatever it takes to achieve their objective, all right? They see what everybody is saying, but they think differently, and they face challenges with courage, all right? And they produce results that others don't produce. Successful people are enterprising. And then last week, I told you that successful people are self-driven. Okay, successful people are self-driven. In other words, they have an internal energy that propels them forward to achieving their goals and their objectives. Successful people are not reactive in nature. The things they do is not a function of what's happening around them. The things they do is a function of what they have decided within themselves to do. In other words, they don't wait for external motivation. See, when they are running business, that they are making sales or not is not the reason why they stay in business. They have internal energy that propels them. When they're in paid employment, it's not the salary that makes them do the things they do, okay? They have internal energy. When they come into a room, they come with their own energy. They come with their own atmosphere. They are driven from within. Successful people are self-driven. Now, let's go to principle number 6 tonight. Successful people are committed to excellence. Successful people are committed to excellence. And what I'm going to do in the session tonight is I'm going to try my best, okay, with different descriptions and definitions to help us understand exactly what the concept of excellence means, okay? Successful people are committed to excellence. The question is, what is excellence? All right. Successful people are committed to excellence. So I'm going to show you, all right, with various descriptions and definitions, what excellence is. And at the end of our time together, I'm going to give you my suggestion, okay, on, delivering excellence at all times. So let's look at some descriptions of excellence. This first one says, excellence is delivering superior quality. Excellence is delivering superior quality. Now, the moment we say superior quality, you know that there has to be measurement. So this is what I advise people to do. Look for the number one person in your field and then benchmark yourself against that person. Use that person as your yardstick and make sure that you operate and produce at that person's level, and if possible beyond that person's level. That is delivering superior quality. Excellence has to do with quality, superior quality. Okay, it is delivering superior quality. The next, description would help us understand this further. Excellence is exceeding expectations. Excellence is exceeding expectations. As you interface with people, employers of labor or clients or customers, you ask yourself, what does this person expect of me? Then you go over and above that expectation. That is excellence. I give you an example. If you are into making clothes, or you are into maybe selling of food, for example, maybe you make food, people order and then you deliver to them. If you tell people that they would get deliveries, maybe like 3 hours, after they place their order, excellence is delivering 1 hour 30 minutes ahead of time. 1 hour ahead of time. That is excellence, exceeding expectations. If you are into making clothes and then you tell people, your garment will be ready maybe in 5 days, delivering it to them in 3 days, that is excellent, exceeding expectations. If you are selling a course or a training program and people expect to get something out of the course, maybe you advertise you're going to get course materials and launch, and then you go ahead as they arrive for the conference to perhaps give them other materials that they did not pay for. That is excellence, exceeding expectations. Look at this statement by Ogmandino. He said, the only certain means of success is to render more and better service than is expected of you, no matter what your task may be. Let me say it again. The only certain means of success is to render more and better service than is expected of you, no matter what your task may be. If in your office resumption is 8, getting there at 7:45, that is excellence. If closing time is 4, but you work till 4:30, till 5, that is excellence. When your boss gives you a task and say, I want feedback by Friday, and you give feedback by Thursday or Wednesday, that is excellence, exceeding expectations. That's what it means to be excellent. What are we talking about today? Successful people are committed to excellence. And what I am doing is using different words to help us to understand what excellence means. Look at this other one. This is important. Excellence is the ability to reproduce an outstanding performance. This is crucial. Excellence, I learned this particular definition from Dr. Mensa Otabil. He was teaching so many years ago and I heard him say this. He said, excellence is the ability to reproduce an outstanding performance. You see, some people excel or some people do something nice and you ask them to do it, next time, and they cannot reproduce it. It's a fluke. It just happened. It's not something they can consciously reproduce. Excellent people understand. In every successful experience, there are seeds, there are patterns. If you master those patterns, you will be able to reproduce that excellent performance. This is what I'm trying to say. If a football club, for example, plays a match and they win, the average person knows it doesn't make them a world-class football club. What makes a world-class football club is they can play 5 matches, 6 matches, sometimes 10 matches back to back and they win all 10. You know the reason why? Because they have a winning strategy. They know exactly what to do. The right person is at the right place. They have a strategy that they have mastered and they deliver that strategy at every point in time and they achieve success. The ability to reproduce, a sterling performance. Listen to this. Even in failure, in every, failed attempt at anything, there are clues. Those who are very successful are those who master their patterns. So you know that, look, if something happens and it's good, I know how to reproduce it. If something happens and it is bad, I know what to do to make sure it does not happen again. That is excellence. The ability to reproduce an outstanding performance. Okay, so you've got to investigate your success. You've got to do a post-mortem on your failure so that you can realize the patterns. That's how to become excellence. Okay, I like this other one. This definition I learned from Dr. Miles Monroe. He said excellence is quality that is always improving. This is crucial. Excellence is quality that is always improving. This is by Dr. Miles Monroe. Excellence, let me say this again. Excellence is quality that is always improving. No, Dr. Sam Adeyemi echoes the same sentiment when he said that excellence is not a destination. It is a commitment to continuous improvement. All right, for those who have registered for the Wisdom Conference, these are the kind of things you're going to hear at the Wisdom Conference, and they would inspire you, they would instruct you to shift your game to another level. Listen again to the words of Dr. Sam Adeyemi. Excellence is not a destination. It is a commitment to continuous improvement. Okay, Dr. Miles Monroe says it is quality that is always improving. In other words, excellence is not something you achieve and then you settle. Excellence, in other words, the goalpost keeps changing. Okay, the target keeps shifting. If you are an excellent person, what it means is what you do today is not what you will do tomorrow. Let me say it to you in my own words. Excellence is doing your best now and doing better next time. Okay, excellence is doing your best now and doing better next time. Okay, so it's always improving. You are always getting better. People that are excellent are never, on the same spot. The moment they do it in a particular way, they are always thinking of a better way to do it. Remember what I told you just now. Excellence is doing your best now and doing better next time. In other words, the moment it is done, there's a better way to do this. I must find a better way. I must press into a better way of getting things done. Look at this other one. I like this one from Kevin East. I learned this definition from Kevin East. Okay, excellence is paying attention to details. Excellence is paying attention to details. Kevin East is the president of Mentoring Alliance. He said that most people, or 98% of people, won't notice the excellent parts of the things we do. But we don't aim for them. We aim for the 2%. Okay, it is paying attention to details. All right, those fine details, those minute details that the average person will not see. Paying attention to those details is what it means to be excellent. I heard this story from Dr. Miles Monroe. He told the story of how Michelangelo, when he was painting the ceiling of the Sistine Chapel, one evening he was on his back on the scaffold painting one minute detail on the feather of an angel behind a pillar right close to the ceiling where nobody is going to look. And somebody came in and the person was calling out to him, "Where are you?" And he said, "I'm up here." "What are you doing there in the dark?" He said, "I'm working." He said, "So why are you painting the detail of the feather of an angel right in that corner where nobody is going to see it?" Michelangelo replied, "God will see it." Exactly, that's what I mean by paying attention to details. Okay, targeting the 2%. Don't be that person that says, I can get work, to work at 9. After all, my boss will not come until 10, even though your reporting time is 8. So you don't do it because your boss is looking at you. You do what you do because there is a God that is looking at you, and He is the one that promotes, He is the one that lifts. Okay, when I talk about the 2%, you can be sure that God is one of the 2%. Okay, giving your best, paying attention to details. This is what I mean also by paying attention to details. There's nothing like a small task. There's nothing like an unimportant part of a whole. Everything is crucial. They may not be important to everybody, but they are important. So if you are in charge of a team of people, you assign responsibilities and you let people know your contribution is valuable. I need everybody to bring their A game, to bring their best, because there's nothing like an inferior part of the whole. You pay attention to details. It's important. If you have a gathering, for example, of adults and children, you make arrangement for the adults as much as you make for the children. I was at the training one time for pastors, and I learned this very beautiful principle. The facilitator said, if you want people to be comfortable in your church, it's not enough for you to have a seat for them. You must have a space for their car. Some people don't pay attention. So I've seen buildings where the building is so big and there's no arrangement for parking. And so a lot of people don't want to go there because you did not pay attention to that detail. It's very important. We pay attention to details. That's what it means to be excellent. Listen to this. Excellence is neither a gift nor a character quality. This is important. Excellence is neither a gift nor a character quality. It is a habit that can be learned, a set of skills that can be acquired. In other words, everybody can be excellent. Everybody can be excellent, okay? It is a set of skills that can be acquired, okay? It is something that can be learned. It's a habit that can be learned. So you can make up your mind today. I'm going to learn to become excellent. I'm going to be excellent with everything I do. As we push forward tonight, I want to share with you what I call the excellence test. In other words, at every point in time, you want to know whether you should keep pushing or you have become excellent already. Okay, the test is in the scriptures. In Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 29. Proverbs chapter 22 and verse 29 from the Common English Bible. It says, "Do you see people who walk skillfully? They will walk for kings, but not for lowly people." So this is important. Let me read it again. Do you see people who walk skillfully? They will walk for kings, but not for lowly people. So what is the test? If you are not yet serving kings, you are not there yet. So you want to test yourself. Am I excellent? You ask yourself, who am I serving? Who is my boss? Who are my employers of labor? Who are my clients? Who are my customers? If they are not in the top 10% of their field, you are not yet excellent. In other words, keep honing your skills, keep acquiring skills, keep getting better. See, because there is benefit, okay, in working for kings. Number one is, look, when you serve kings, when I say kings, I'm talking about people in the top 10%, okay, of their field, of their industry. When you serve kings, it gives you visibility. Okay, it gives you visibility. People trust you because they know if the king can patronize this person knows what he's doing. Apart from the fact that kings don't pay peanuts. So if you want to really be successful, you want to serve kings. If you want to serve kings, you want to be excellent. That's why I call this the excellence test. You can ask yourself, who am I serving? Who is patronizing me? If they are not in the top 10% of their field, in other words, you are not there yet, you keep owning skills, you keep pushing forward, you keep doing whatever it takes for you to become excellent. Look at what Solomon said in Ecclesiastes chapter 10 and verse 10. Still from the Common English Bible, it says, "If an axe is dull and no one sharpens it, then one must exert more force. It's profitable to be skillful and wise." Okay, the axe is the tool of your trade. The axe here represents that which you work with. If you're a singer, it represents your voice. If you're a speaker, it represents, okay, your content, the value of your content. All right, that is what you work with. Whatever you work with is your axe. And now this verse of scripture is saying you have to add skill. If not, you will have to exert yourself. And that's what happens to a lot of people. They exert a lot of pressure. They are working very hard, but they don't have a lot to show for it because they are not as skillful as they should be. And you see, skills are everywhere. If you're willing to learn, you can acquire skills. You can develop yourself. That's what excellence is all about. Is developing your skills, developing yourself to the point where you are like an axe that is very sharp. Okay, you can get a lot done with minimal effort when you become very, very, skillful. I learned a lesson from John Maxwell. This is important. John Maxwell says that passion is the foundation for excellence. Listen to this. Passion is the foundation for excellence. In other words, you will not be excellent in something you are not passionate about. So the first thing, if you've noticed, I'm talking about you are gifted for this, but much more than being gifted for anything, you have to be passionate about it. Last week, I shared with you how to stoke your passion. So you may want to, go to that material and listen to that all over again, how to stoke your passion, how to make sure you are always passionate in whatever it is that you are doing. But much more than that, you need to realize if you are not passionate about something, you won't be excellent at it. Okay, if you are not passionate about it, you won't be excellent at it. Now listen to this. Stress diminishes passion. This is important. Stress diminishes passion. And then no passion, no excellence. Let me take it again so that you understand. Stress diminishes passion. Wherever there is no passion, there won't be excellence. Therefore, stressed people are hardly excellent. Okay, stressed people are hardly excellent. So to be excellent, you need margin in your life. You need space for your brain to breathe. This is important. If you are going to be excellent, you can't be stressed. You may have heard me say this before. Your first idea is not your best idea. When you are so much under pressure that you don't have space, there's no margin for you to generate an idea and then generate another one, or come up with a thought and then the space to even raise another thought. If you don't have that space, if you don't have that time in your life, you won't be excellent, because stress diminishes passion. And where there is no passion, there is no excellence. So as I begin to wind down tonight, permit me to share with you, all right, 3 suggestions on how to deliver excellence consistently. If you want to deliver excellence consistently, okay, do the following. Number 1, expose yourself to excellence. This is important. Whatever field you're in, look for the top 10 people in your field and consistently expose yourself to their material. Okay, expose yourself to their material, read their books. Okay, you see, when you expose yourself to excellence, what it does to you is it redefines what is possible. A lot of times it is difficult for you to believe something you have not seen before. So when you are going to attempt something, or you want to attempt a standard of delivering something, a lot of times it is because you have seen somebody else do it. That's why you have to intentionally put yourself in the same space with excellent people. They're organizing a conference, attend. They are speaking somewhere, attend. Okay, they're at a concert, attend. They write a book, read. If it's possible for you to work with them, find a way to work with them. All right, when you are in the same room with an excellent person, you will be inspired. Not much more than that, you will see how it is being done, and you will know it can be done, and you will believe that you can do it. See, because one thing I love about excellent people is when they are in their space, they make it look easy. Of course, when you attempt, you may think it's difficult, but the more you see them, the more you know it is possible. Okay, it is possible. Then you go back to your own space and you attempt it. Okay, you may attempt and it's difficult, but as long as you keep seeing them do it, all right, you will never get to that point where you think it's not possible. All right, when I say expose yourself to excellence, I'm saying build relationships with excellent people. Build relationships with excellent people. If you have a friend that is excellent, stop trying to drag the person and say we are mates, we are level. Let the person understand, I like what you're doing, I acknowledge you're unique, okay, you are good at what you do, and I'm learning from you. See, when you acknowledge excellent people, they open up to you. So regardless of who the person is, let them know, I respect you, I like what you do, I am inspired by what you do, I want to improve in my own game to the level where you are. See, the person will share secrets with you, they will share thoughts and ideas with you, but much more than that, they will be comfortable around you. Okay, excellent people, very successful people know, you see, that they can't just be anywhere, they can't just be with anybody, so they need to be sure I'm comfortable around you. And what makes them comfortable a lot is you are full of questions, you're full of admiration, you are sincere, okay, in your respect and your appreciation of them. So build relationships with excellent people above you, excellent people on your level, even excellent people that are currently below you. That's the truth, because there are things you can learn from them. So build relationships with excellent people. All right, I'm still in expose yourself, to excellence. This is the third point under that. Visit excellent places and be highly observant. Visit excellent places and be highly observant. For example, if you're in the hospitality industry, say you work in a hotel, go to other hotels that are very good. Okay, even if it's possible to stay a night, experience the service. There's something about what you have experienced. You know it is possible. You may even learn how it is done just by being in that space. So traveling is not an expense, it's an investment. Visit bigger countries, visit better run countries so that you can come back to your own country and do things differently. Go to companies that are better than your company, organizations that are bigger and they are better managed than your organization, so that you can learn how to do what? How to run your organization better. What am I sharing with you? The topic for tonight is that successful people are committed to excellence. We've taken time to describe excellence, all right, and I'm sharing with you now my 3 suggestions, okay, to help you deliver excellence all the time. Now, this is the second one, okay? Set stretch goals for yourself. Set stretch goals for yourself. There's a statement I say to myself and I share with people all the time. Whatever it is that you're doing, if it is not stretching you, it is not helping anybody. Listen to this. Whatever it is that you are doing, if it is not stretching you, it is not helping anybody. So when I say set stretch goals, let me illustrate it this way. Let's assume somebody wants to say buy a car. Just giving this as an example, and the car is about say 20 million naira. That's the price of the car, and this person has saved up to about maybe 18 or 19 million. And then there is perhaps a newer model of the car that is going for say about 25 million. A stretch goal would be for you to say, I can easily afford 18 or 19 million and buy the one that's right in front of me. But if I stretch myself a little, I can buy the 25 million naira one. That's a stretch goal. Okay? Something that is a little beyond you, but not out of your reach. That if you stretch, you can hit it. So whatever it is that you do, set stretch goals for yourself. Set stretch standards for yourself. How do you know a stretch standard? Whatever it is that you're doing, if it is not stretching you, it is not helping anybody. Because what inspires the people that are coming behind you is seeing you at all times at your very best. For you to be at your very best, it means you are always attempting something that is beyond you. If you keep doing what is, available, you keep, going for the low-hanging fruit, you will not stretch. When you are not stretched, you are not inspiring. When you are not stretched, you are not inspiring anybody. You are not helping anybody. All right, I'm showing you how to deliver excellence consistently. Number one, expose yourself to excellence, and then number two, set stretch goals for yourself. Okay, whatever it is that you are doing, if it is not stretching you, it is not helping anybody. And then principle number three, practice excellence. Practice excellence. So it's one thing for you to know this is excellence. It's another thing for you to intentionally practice excellence. At this point, we're talking about make yourself deliver excellence. Set excellence as the minimum standard for yourself, for your team, and then deliver it. At this point, I will remind you of the golden rule. It says you should treat people the way you want to be treated. Okay, as far as excellence is concerned, the golden rule means serve people the way you want to be served. In other words, at every point in time when you interface with people, don't deal with people according to circumstance. Don't deal with people according to their status. Deal with people excellently. Okay, deal with people the way you want to be dealt with. Serve people the way you want to be served. Address people the way you want to be addressed. That is how you practice excellence. At every point in time, be excellent. It does not matter who is on the receiving end. You see, practice becomes permanent. That's the beautiful thing. Practice becomes permanent. So let's take speech, for example. Don't be that kind of person, and I say this to people, especially even when we chat. Don't damage your communication skills with the way you chat simply because the person I'm chatting with is my friend. No, use the right words. Okay, write out your words in full. Why? Practice makes permanent. Be punctual for every meeting. Stop saying this one is important, I'll be on time. This one is not important. As a matter of fact, if the meeting is not important, then don't take it. But the moment you're a part of something, give your best. It is not because that current role or that current opportunity is the opportunity you've been waiting for, but it is that in life, the biggest of opportunities don't give you advance notice. So because you don't know when your turning point is going to come, when your big break is going to come, you will have to treat every opportunity like a big break and give it your best. Even if it is not your big break, then it has become your rehearsal for your big break. And what happens is the day your opportunity comes, the way you behave normally is the way you will behave. I'm reminded of the story of Joseph. He went to, a prison room. He saw these two guys. They were looking depressed. Now watch this. If Joseph is not the kind of person that takes genuine interest in people and wants to help, he will not have asked them, why is your face downcast? But he just asked, why is your face downcast? He said, we had a dream at night and we don't know the meaning of our dreams. He said, tell your dream to me and let me interpret. There was nothing in it for him. He was not going to gain anything. It was just his way of doing things. And yet that way of doing things was the key to his breakthrough, to his success. All right, so I would advise us to do the same thing. What are the three suggestions I've shared with us tonight? Expose yourself to excellence, okay? Set stretch goals for yourself and practice excellence. In other words, be excellent at all times. There's nothing like a small opportunity. Treat every opportunity like a big break, all right? And like they say, the sky will not even be your limit. All right, so I think I should wrap it up here tonight. I have this very long story. I'm trying to decide, Should I share this story? Should I not share this story? I stumbled on this in a book a couple of years ago. Let me just read this out to you. All right. I wasn't going to add this, but let me read it to you. I believe it would inspire somebody. All right. Listen to this story. Years ago, Harvey told a wonderful story about a cab driver. He was waiting in line for a ride at the airport. When a cab pulled up, the first thing Harvey noticed was that the taxi was polished to a bright shine. Smartly dressed in white shirt, black tie, and freshly pressed black slacks, the cab driver jumped out and rounded the cab to open the back passenger door for Harvey. He handed Harvey a laminated card and said, "I am Wally, your driver. While I'm holding your bags, or rather, while I'm loading your bags in the trunk, I'd like you to read my mission statement." Taken aback, Harvey read the card. It said, "Wally's mission statement: to get customers to their destination in the quickest, safest, and cheapest way possible in a friendly environment." This blew Harvey away, especially when he noticed that the inside of the cab matched the outside, spotlessly clean. As he slid behind the wheel, Wally said, "Would you like a cup of coffee? I have a thermos of regular and one of decaf." Harvey said jokingly, "No, I'd prefer a soft drink." Wally smiled and said, "No problem. I have a cooler up front with regular and Diet Coke, water and orange juice." Almost stuttering, Harvey said, "I'll take Diet Coke." Handing him his drink, Wally said, "If you like something to read, I have the Wall Street Journal, Time, Sports Illustrated, and USA Today." As they were pulling away, Wally handed Harvey another laminated card. "These are the stations I get and the music they play, if you'd like to listen to the radio." And as if that weren't enough, Wally told Harvey that he had the air conditioning on and asked if the temperature was comfortable for him. Then he advised Harvey of the best route to their destination for that time of day. He also let him know that he'd be happy to chat and tell him about some of the sites, or if Harvey preferred, to leave him to his own thoughts. "Tell me, Wally," an amazed Wally asked the driver, "have you always served customers like this?" Wally smiled in the rearview mirror. "No, not always. In fact, it's only been 2 years. My first 5 years driving, I spent most of my time complaining like the rest of the cabbies do. Then I heard a personal growth expert on the radio one day. He said that if you get up in the morning expecting to have a bad day, you will really disappoint yourself. He said, stop complaining. Differentiate yourself from the competition. Don't be a duck. Be an eagle. Ducks quack and complain. Eagles soar above the crowd." "That hit me right between the eyes," said Wally. "So I decided to change my attitude and become an eagle. I looked around at the other cabs and their drivers. The cabs were dirty, the drivers were unfriendly, and the customers were unhappy. So I decided to make some changes. I put in a few at a time. When customers responded well, I did more." "I take it that has paid off," Harvey said. "It sure has," Wally replied. "My first year as an eagle, I doubled my income from the previous year. This year, I will probably quadruple my income. You were lucky to get me today. I don't sit at the cab stands anymore. My customers call me for appointments on my cell phone or leave a message on my answering machine. If I can't pick them up myself, I get a reliable cabbie friend to do it, and I take a piece of the action." All right, can you relate with this? I'm sure as I was reading the story of Wally, you want a cab driver like this. You want somebody to serve you like this. Okay, and this is what the golden rule is saying. If you want to be served like this, go out of your way and serve other people like this. Successful people are committed to excellence. For the purpose of those who probably joined after I defined excellence, let me quickly read some of those definitions to you again. Excellence is delivering superior quality. Excellence is exceeding expectations. Okay? Excellence is the ability to reproduce an outstanding performance. Excellence, in the words of Miles Monroe, excellence is quality that is always improving. And then Dr. Sam Adeyemi said, excellence is not a destination. It is a commitment to continuous improvement. And then I say that excellence is doing your best now and doing better next time. All right? It is not true that excellence is not valued. A lot of people don't know how to be excellent. A lot of people can't afford to pay the excellent person, but it does not mean that people don't appreciate excellence. That's the first thing. So put that at the back of your mind. If you have not met people who value excellence, tell yourself the truth. You may have to switch companies, you may have to move to another level, but honestly speaking, there are people that value excellence. So what do? Make up your mind. You see, I shared something with us a few weeks back. When you serve people, you've got to always remember, no matter what you do for people, ultimately, you're serving yourself. Because you see, whatever you do is coming back. So when you serve people excellently, you are not doing it for them, you are doing it essentially for yourself. So remember that. Okay? Remember that. I'll give you a few examples of this. A few months ago, a very big organization reached out to me and they wanted me to train some of their employees. And I said, okay, no problem. Because of the kind of person I am and the kind of industry where I operate, I said nothing to them about money. But I just expected, if you want my services, you should be willing to pay. But I said, no problem, let's train. So I did this training for them. I took my time, I prepared myself. I spent hours preparing for that session. And I did that session. And, after the session, they just said, oh, thank you very much and all that. And they said nothing. I remember somebody was asking me, so how much did those people pay you? I said, they didn't pay me. They said nothing about money. Okay, so why didn't you ask? I said, no, I don't do those kind of things. Because I believe in my heart. Whatever it is that I do, ultimately, I'm doing for myself. Guess what? A couple of weeks after, a friend of mine reached out to me and said, you know what? We're starting this business school and we want you to be one of our facilitators. I said, wow, fantastic. No problem, I'll do it. And in this other business school, the material I had developed and I delivered to the previous group that seemingly did not appreciate me was now ready. So I didn't have to go over the material. I didn't have to prepare all over again. I have material ready now for this organization. Okay, and I started, to facilitate their trainings and all that. And from there now, somebody has reached out to me to say, you know what, we want you to come and train our company. And this is what I'm trying to say. It's the same material. When I prepared it because an organization requested that I come train. That organization seemingly did not appreciate it, but so many other people are benefiting from it and they are appreciating it. Okay, one of the ways you get over apathy in your environment is to always remember, whatever I do in service to others, ultimately I am doing for myself. Okay, I remember the story of a friend of mine also. He was serving an organization. Let's say that he was not paid his worth in this other organization, but he was very dutiful. So he was sent by his company to go work in another company because his company was serving this other company. Somebody else in that company saw how diligent he was and he said to him, why don't you come and become a manager in our company? And he said, no, I'm sorry. I can't interview for this role while I am on the time of my current employer. Imagine that. That was what he said. Instead of the person to be taken aback, I'm giving you an opportunity, you don't want to take it. The person was more impressed. You mean there are people like this? The person asked him, please, when are you going to be on leave? And he told the person when he was going to be on leave. And he said, please, when you are on leave, I would like to have a chat with you because I want you to come and work for us. Then he was working for a company in Lagos. This other organization was a regional company. They headhunted him and made him their regional manager immediately. Believe you me, there are people out there looking for excellent people. In the words of Kevin East, 98% of people will not notice your excellence. But you ignore the 98 and aim for the 2%. Okay? One of these days, they will see you, they will notice you, and they will send for you. That is how you continue to deliver excellence in spite of apathy around you. Because you're doing it for yourself, it's going to pay off. It's very, very important. If you're a man of faith or a woman of faith, you remember the words, okay, of Paul the Apostle. He said, do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps whatever he sows. Okay, Mike Murdoch says that my seed that leaves my hand does not leave my life. It only goes into my future where it multiplies. So you must always put that at the back of your mind. I'm not doing this for people. I am doing it essentially for myself. This is who I am. Okay, it's important. This is who I am. And if you continue to operate that way, believe you me, you will hit your success. You will be the person you want to be. Much more than what is going to come. There's something about excellence that fulfills you in the moment. That's the truth. In the moment. There's something about excellence that fulfills you in the moment. And in my short life, I've come to find out that fulfillment is the greatest okay, emotion known to man. Fulfillment. It doesn't come from public recognition. It doesn't come from how much money you make. It comes from that ability for you to put your head to pillow at night and you know, I did my best. Okay, I did my best. So for the sake of that fulfillment, you want to be excellent. You want to give your best at all times. But believe you me, over time, a king will notice you and they will pull you up. All right, so that is my response to that question. Let me check if we have another one. I don't think so. Yes, so that's where we're going to wrap up for tonight. Thank you very much for